Hello, guys. We have been witnessing one of the biggest potboilers in the Silicon Valley in the form of Board and OpenAI's tussle or conflict, so to say. A lot of things have happened in the last 6 days, last Friday onwards, wherein CEO Sam Altman was fired by the board and then all hell broke loose. As we're aware, there are so many characters or parties or entities involved in this complete drama that it is extremely complex to understand what is exactly happening in this OpenAI company and artificial intelligence industry as such as whole. Let us understand how this comedy of drama has evolved over a period of last 5 6 days. As we speak, Sam Altman has returned back to OpenAI as a CEO, and Greg Brockman also has returned, and the new board is getting formed, which will have new people, including Adam D'Angelo, the old board of director, and from the founder of Cura, and then there are two more additions in the board of directors. So as we are aware now, on Friday around 12 o'clock, Sam Altman was fired last week. Then within next 1 hour, Greg Brockman also was demoted from board president to board chairman to just a president. He has to step down from the post of board chairman. And then after I think 3 4 hours after the demotion, Greg also resigned, and Sam and Greg both were out. And around 5 o'clock, board of directors of OpenAI published a press release stating that there was a clear-cut gap in communication, and Sam Altman was not giving all the information which was required for making correct decisions and strategic and tactical taking tactical and strategic initiatives further. So lot of things happened after that. After Friday, Sam Altman was given offer by Microsoft. He almost joined Microsoft, and Satya Nadella gave an open offer to OpenAI employees. Whoever from OpenAI employees joins Microsoft, they will be accommodated in the new team that will be formed under the leadership of Sam Altman and Greg. So this was Saturday and Sunday last week. By the time the hectic negotiations were happening on both the sides, the there are actually multiple characters. So in this specific video, let us understand what Elon Musk has to say about this, how Microsoft is aligned with this, how OpenAI's existing employees are reacting, how OpenAI's ex-employees are reacting to whatever is happening in OpenAI. Then there is competition. Then there is Adam D'Angelo, who is on the board of OpenAI and who is also founder of Quora, and he has some other activities also happening. Then there is Helen Toner, who was also board of directors for on the board of OpenAI, and how she played a major role in getting Sam Altman ousted out of the organization. Then there is Elia Sutskever, who was a founder and a co-founder with Sam Altman and OpenAI and the chief scientist of the organization. How Mira Murati was made one day CEO, and then there is Emmett Shear, who was selected as a CEO on Sunday. He is ex CEO of Twitch, and he has just left Twitch owing to a birth of his child. So there were so many players that were working together to either make this up or break this down. So many things happened in the last 6 days, and it is very interesting to understand how the specific agendas or individual agendas play a major role in what direction OpenAI is going to take. Now, the most important thing why I'm giving so much importance to this event is because, in my opinion, this OpenAI, whatever they are doing at present, whatever breakthroughs or achievements they are making at present, are going to be the Oppenheimer moments for us. Just like the invention of nuclear bombs by Oppenheimer in 1940s or 30s, this is going to play a major role in how we evolve as a human mankind, because artificial intelligence is going to rule the world, that is for sure. But how we can make sure that we coexist with the artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence does not take over us. And then there's the, like, Terminator, for example, Terminator, Arnold's movie series. Are we looking at such a kind of scenario? Artificial intelligence is so powerful that leaving it to a leaving the future of mankind in the hands of few is going to be extremely dangerous. And as we speak, there are 10, 15 people who are playing around the future of the OpenAI, the artificial intelligence industry. And I hope everything goes right. So let us understand how these things are. Let us understand how things are evolving. Unfortunately, in the on Friday, Sam Altman was last week. On Friday, Sam Altman was the CEO. On Saturday, Mira Murati was the CEO, and on Sunday, Emmett Shear was the CEO. And while we speak, while Wednesday and Thursday this week, 2 days before this, today Saturday, Sam Altman has returned as a CEO. So though OpenAI has seen three CEOs changing their caps in the span of 3 or 4 days. So this is how the things are. Just to give you an idea about the balance of board of directors, there were three. When Sam Altman was fired, there were six board members. Three. The first was Sam Altman. Second was Greg Brockman. Third is Ilya Sutskever. Fourth is Macaulay. Fifth is Helen Toner, and sixth is Adam D'Angelo. Now, the critical aspect here is Sam was fired, Greg was demoted, and these three, Adam D'Angelo, Macaulay and Helen Toner are non-employees of OpenAI. So the only employee who voted against Sam was Ilya Sutskever, who is also co-founder. So after Sam was hosted and things started taking a different turn. After Microsoft's open offer to OpenAI employees to join them, OpenAI employees wrote a letter to board of directors. I think there are 710 employees who have signed on this letter. I'm share the letter with you. Out of 770 employees at OpenAI, 710 employees signed the letter asking asking the board of directors to revisit the decision and basically get lost, because they wanted Sam Altman and Greg back in the organization. And if if board fails to do so, these 710 employees threatened to resign and joined Sam Altman's team in Microsoft. So it was a question of existence for OpenAI, and that is how a lot of pressure was put on board to take back their decisions. At the same time, now interestingly, board also was not keeping quiet after firing Sam Altman and releasing the publishing the press release on Friday last week around 5 o'clock. They also tried getting in touch with multiple people who will be potential CEOs of OpenAI. One of them was Anthropic, and Anthropic basically is OpenAI's competition. Now there is a story in Anthropic also. When Elon Musk and Sam Altman started OpenAI, and there were some disagreements between the team, and then some people left OpenAI and started Anthropic, which is a competition to OpenAI. They are also working on artificial intelligence, and their logo is also very interesting. An AI safety and research company is what Anthropic calls themselves. So it is extremely complex situation. The point here is when Sam was fired on Saturday, after Mira Murati became an interim CEO on Friday evening till Saturday, OpenAI's board was looking for alternate CEOs, and they got in touch with Anthropic's CEO Davio Amodele, who was also ex-employee of OpenAI before they broke away and started Anthropic. He declined. First of all, it was discussion for merger between OpenAI and Anthropic, but it was declined. Then they tried Davio Amodele to join as the CEO of OpenAI. That also was declined. Then board got in touch with former GitHub CEO Nat Friedman. He also declined. The third option for board to as a CEO candidate was Scale AI founder Alex Wang. He also declined. So fourth option was basically Twitch ex CEO Emmett Shear. And so on Sunday, Emmett Shear accepted the offer, and he onboarded as a CEO of the OpenAI organization. Now it is interesting. So basically, OpenAI board bought in Emmett Shear to take care of CEO position in OpenAI. Whereas as we go ahead, Emmett Shear played a crucial role in making sure that Sam Altman comes back to the fold again, because there were a lot of pressure on both the sides. See, investors, customers, general population who is very keen on understanding the future of AI, then influencers, lobbies, etc. They were playing very hectic roles in all these tactics and parlays, and hence there was a lot of pressure on both the sides, three sides actually. So after taking over, Emmett Shear on Sunday, Emmett Shear immediately asked for clarifications from the board why Sam Altman was fired, and he wanted evidence of those activities. And when board failed to do so, he said if board is not able to give me sufficient justification about firing the ex-CEO Sam Altman and evidence, I will also quit. Because if I'm not sure about what the board decided and on what basis ex-CEO was fired, how can I go ahead with the post of a CEO of such an organization where the transparency is not there? Then that also put additional pressure on board, OpenAI board, that is Helen Toner, Macaulay, and Adam D'Angelo with Elias Sutskever. Fortunately, after all these things, the person who actually who actually voted in favor of firing Sam Altman, Ilya Sutskever, I think on Sunday evening, he wrote a message on X Twitter that he was apologetic about what actions he took, and he will do everything to bring OpenAI team together, unified. So the person who was actively involved in getting Sam Altman fired, was apologizing for his actions, and this is exactly where everything started turning upside down, because Greg was out, Sam was out. Ilya Sutskever, who was again against Sam, also was apologizing, and the remaining non-employee directors, three numbers, Ellen Toner, Macaulay, and Adam D'Angelo, obviously they were also parling hectically, lobbying hectically, hectic lobbying was going on. But then obviously they were non-employees, so a lot of pressure was on them also. So after all this, Emmett Shear putting pressure on board that you will have to give me justification about why CEO was fired and what evidences do we have, otherwise I will quit. And then once Emmett Shear saw that the board is not in position to give any specific details about what kind of activities Sam did because of which he was fired, he then said that I'm going to quit. And then at the same time, Microsoft also came to Microsoft, Sam, Emmett Shear, Adam D'Angelo. These people were discussing hectically with a lot of outsiders who were playing major role. Larry Summers, for example, who has worked in Obama administration and Clinton administration. So a lot of outsiders also were putting pressure on making sure that things were getting right, getting on track back at OpenAI. So Emmett Shear got in touch with Sam, and then they started discussing about Sam's return as a CEO and the CEO to the OpenAI organization. Microsoft Satya Nadella also said, "Okay, I'm okay as long as OpenAI is on the right track. If Sam is not joining Microsoft and if he's working at OpenAI as a CEO, that also is good, and he will be interesting in making sure that Sam is taking OpenAI in the right direction." So this is how pressure from the OpenAI employees, pressure from Microsoft, pressure from outsiders, pressure from Sam, pressure from Emmett, pressure from board, everything boiled down together, and then the negotiations started. Negotiations about Sam coming back to the OpenAI fold. And when Sam was going to come back to OpenAI, obviously Greg was supposed to join. So when the discussions were happening, as we got the steps of negotiation, Sam said that I'll be on board if I'm coming back. I'll be on board again and I'll be CEO. But the other party said Sam will not be on board as of now. He can be CEO. Then the other point Sam raised was Adam D'Angelo should not Sam. The other point of contention, bone of contention, was Adam D'Angelo should not be on board. He should not be on board, but Adam D'Angelo is still on board. So these some of the aspects. Sam also took two steps back, and it was a mutual we can say compromise to make sure that OpenAI is on the right track, because a lot of money is riding and a lot of future plans are riding on all these things. Yeah, the fiasco was attracting a lot of negative publicity, so to say, and the market value is getting deteriorated. Microsoft were getting Satya Nadella's intentions were getting questioned why he's supporting Sam. Sam's intentions were getting questioned why he's getting away from OpenAI. OpenAI board's intentions were questioned. What are they trying to exactly do? Are they trying to kill OpenAI as a non-profit organization? So these were some of the aspects that played the role, and then Sam was welcomed back into the fold as a CEO, and Greg immediately joined. So OpenAI's employees also were very happy to know that Sam is back, and they're happily working now. Actually, they were working throughout. Only thing was these things were happening, and they had no control or no visibility of what is happening, other than putting pressure that we want Sam and Greg back in the team for the future, for the better future of OpenAI. So these are some of the aspects, and see, while Sam and Greg were coming back, Greg had already published one photo wherein he was back with the team again, celebrating, and can be seen very happily posing for a selfie with OpenAI employees. At the same time, while all this taking all this the political jungle was in action, OpenAI launched one of the important features, Voice OpenAI. So instead of writing your questions or you're writing questions or answers, you can download OpenAI voice chat, and then you can actually interact with OpenAI chat GPT in voice. You can ask questions, and it was a beautiful. What they had published, what OpenAI had published, is a beautiful interaction between a voice and a voice chat GPT, wherein OpenAI employees asking how many pizzas we should order if there are 700 people here, and the answer from the chat GPT is also in voice. So this is the next feature that was launched. So on one hand, the existential crisis was happening at OpenAI. On the other, they were launching new features of ChatGPT. It has been very interesting. See, there is one more aspect that needs to be considered, which is Ilya Sutskever changing his colors. Satya Nadella, first of all, supporting Sam Altman to join Microsoft, and then also making sure that if he's willing to go back to OpenAI, Microsoft will be supportive. So Sam Nadella has played a mature role, though it is in the interest and business interest of Microsoft, but he has behaved in a very professional manner. The second aspect is some competitions, like for example, Anthropic also tried. There are actually three. We can Amazon, Anthropic, and there is one more. Amazon, Anthropic, and there is one more important competition that ChatGPT has. That they also tried getting into Cohere and Adapt. They also tried getting into the clientele of ChatGPT. It was basically snatching the clients away, making sure by telling them the stories about instability at OpenAI. A lot of things were happening. Then an important aspect here is some people say that we have discussed about various reasons why all these things unfolded. I think that even after 4 or 5 days or 6 days, the information that we have received is that it is basically a question between non-profit motto of the OpenAI organization and Sam Altman or some people making sure that the product gets to the market as well as possible and it can be monetized properly immediately. So OpenAI is looking at 86 billion valuation, and the company is still going ahead with over 86 billion dollars valuation. So there is a lot of money. That is the OpenAI needs $100 billion to make sure that they are sustained over a long period of time. So though the objective is very social friendly, society friendly, mankind friendly, but obviously to do all this, to make sure that R&D is on right path, to make sure that right talent is working at OpenAI, there is money required. And to raise money, obviously, a non-profit OpenAI started a small firm which was supposed to take care of all the monetization, and in which Microsoft has a major role, 49%, I believe now. But in this for-profit organization also, the profits are capped. The information is that it is 100x, but the authentic information is still awaited. So all this, the conflict was between whether we should make sure that the safe AI goes to the public at right time without hurrying. The other party was seeking fast approach, fast execution, and instant monetization of the product so that money can be earned. A lot of money and a lot of fuel, lot of money is involved in this. Lot of effects it will have on human mankind. How this is treated in the coming days. The match is not over. Sam is back on the board. Greg is back on the board. Now there are two more gentlemen who have joined at the board because the reshuffling at the board level also is happening. Larry Summers, as I said, has joined the board. Larry Summers is a veteran of all these activities. He is a professor at Charles W. Eliot University, and he's a president emeritus at Harvard. He was Treasury Secretary to President Clinton and Director NEC for President Obama. Very professional and capable leader who will be on the board. The other person who is joining the board is Brett Taylor. He is going to chair the board of OpenAI. Now, Brett Taylor, though only 40 to 43 years of age, but he's a fantastic performer in the industry. He has created Google Maps. He has started Friend Feed, which was then later sold to Facebook. He was CTO to Facebook for some time. He founded Quip, which was sold to Salesforce at 750 million. He was co-CEO at Salesforce, then chairman at Twitter board, and now he's on board at Shopify. A very professional person, but unfortunately, neither Brett or nor Larry Summers have worked on artificial intelligence directly. So they will make sure that the technical side, the business side of AI, artificial intelligence is taken care by Sam and team. Though Sam is not on board, but he will eventually come on board. He's just a CEO now. And at the same time, the people who are not AI specific, for example, Larry Summers and Brett Taylor, they will make sure that the OpenAI organization goes on the right track of being a non-profit organization, which will be beneficial to mankind and safe and beneficial to larger humanity. So as they say, so the competition is heating up. There is one more. Actually, there are two more conflict of interest cases that have been observed. Though Adam D'Angelo is a founder of Quora and he's on the board, Adam D'Angelo has a solution Po, which is in direct competition to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT marketplace. The Po also has marketplace. When Sam Altman was also planning to publish a marketplace for ChatGPT. This is again direct competition to Adam D'Angelo's Po and Sam Altman's ChatGPT. The other aspect here is one more thing that is said is believed as Helen Toner also played a major role in making sure that the things get in against Sam Altman in the board. Now, Helen Toner, as we know, uh, is a director of strategy at just a moment. Helen Toner is director of strategy at Georgetown University Center for Security and Energy Technology and Emerging Technologies. Now, she's a veteran in her industry, but she's not from business. She's a technical mind. She has written in October 2023, I think the biggest bone of contention, the simmering, boiling pointers were non-profit, faster access to market and monetization. But I think the uh, I think the the matchstick that lit the fire was Helen Toner's paper, which was published in October, which is about decoding intentions, artificial intelligence, and costly signals. This was published in October 23, wherein she has made remarks that Anthropic, who is OpenAI's competition, was far better in approach towards the safety of the artificial intelligence products, and they were very mature. Their performance was mature, their approach was mature, making sure that the unsafe artificial intelligence tools or products never reaches market, and they were not in hurry to monetize them. She has openly said that OpenAI's approach towards launching ChatGPT and other AI products and services was rather, she said, hasty. The kind of attention that was given to safety was not sufficient. And about monetization also, she said, and the ChatGPT or OpenAI people like Sam should have learned from Anthropic's how Anthropic handled this faster access to market and safety of the artificial intelligence products. So these boiling, simmering tensions between Sam Altman and Helen Toner, they had discussion. Sam had conveyed his displeasure about OpenAI board, making these comments in the public forum about OpenAI's performance. And being on a board, obviously, the member of board is voicing concerns about approach towards safety and profitability of the organization, she was directly questioning Sam Altman's approach. So Sam had conveyed his displeasure, and Helen had said that it is only for education purpose. The paper was only for the education purpose, but Sam was not very impressed about these clarifications. Though these simmering tensions were boiling in the background. Helen Toner against Sam, Elias Utskever, maybe personal things. Then Adam D'Angelo's Poe against Sam Altman's ChatGPT and Marketplace. So there were so many things Microsoft trying to get hold of bigger by. Microsoft is aiming at a board position, if not if not a directorial position, at least observer on board. Or if they want to know that, they should be beforehand informed about new initiatives and projects, so that they also can give their input. So Microsoft also is trying to get into the board positions, and they would, as Satya has said, Satya Nadella has said, they would like to improve regulations and operational aspects of the OpenAI, wherein they basically means that they should have more say in the decision making and approach policy and strategies. So these things are happening. All of these are happening in OpenAI and artificial intelligence. A lot of people are getting involved. A lot of money is riding on this, and whatever happens in OpenAI is going to affect all of us in a big way. That is why this is an Oppenheimer moment, as I say again. So the nuclear bomb is OpenAI is working on some excellent breakthroughs. And one more bone of contention was Sam had said that before 2 weeks he had seen a breakthrough happening at AI, and the people were afraid that it should not be made public before making sure that it is safe, and it follows the ethics of OpenAI of being a non-profit and largely beneficial to humanity, safe and largely beneficial to humanity. So these things are happening. One more important thing is Q Star, which is supposed to be the new feature of OpenAI. ChatGPT 5 is in line. 5 ChatGPT 6 and ChatGPT 7 are also trademarked by OpenAI. So there are a lot of things happening. I hope that things get streamlined at OpenAI and sane minds prevail, so that we don't see Oppenheimer moment again, and we end up visiting Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There's one more important aspect that is happening on the parallel track. Elon Musk, as we know, was a founder of OpenAI, and he had left in between. Reid Hoffman also was there, and he had left. So while OpenAI's existing employees were writing letters to board to revisit their decision to fire Sam and demote Greg, there is one more parallel track happening wherein OpenAI's ex-employees have written a letter to board as well as the regulatory authorities to look into the misconduct at OpenAI as an organization. So Elon Musk has shared this later on Twitter, on X. This OpenAI's ex-employees are stating that Sam and Greg are authoritarian in their approach towards work. They don't listen to anybody. They create a atmosphere of fear in the organization. Whoever is in their favor gets better opportunities. Whoever asks inconvenient and uncomfortable questions tends to get targeted. So in this letter, they have given multiple instances of such a misconduct, and these are ex-employees of OpenAI who were fired because of various reasons. Now, these ex-employees of OpenAI have approached regulatory authorities and board to get into all these and make sure that uh, right solution can be found, or efforts are put in to make sure that these things don't happen, or to understand why these things were happening at OpenAI when Sam and Greg were ruling the roost at OpenAI. So this is parallel track. Elon Musk has very rightly shared this with the whole world, asking for people to look into it, because though this storm in OpenAI related to Sam getting fired, etc., is happening, the other aspect of this is Sam may not be a agent angel also. So these people who were fired from OpenAI are of the opinion that Sam and Greg were not very approachable, and they had created a atmosphere of fear in the organization. So these things are happening on the parallel track. We never know what will come up in the next week, months, years. Thank you.